Have you ever felt deep inside that there must be something more to life than what you see every day? Have you ever had that strange, quiet voice whisper to you that you are not born by accident, that there's a reason for your existence, a purpose only you can fulfill? That voice is not your imagination. It is the call of your higher self. Every human being has a higher self, a part of them that is eternal, wise, and deeply connected to the universe. It is the purest and truest version of who you are beyond your body, beyond your name, beyond all the roles that society has placed on you. It is the version of you that remembers who you were before the world told you who to be. Most people spend their entire lives chasing approval, chasing wealth, chasing love in all the wrong places, and yet they feel empty because deep inside their higher self is waiting for them to stop running and start listening. The higher self knows why you are here. It knows your soul's mission. It knows the lessons you came to learn, and it holds the wisdom to guide you through every challenge. The tragedy is that many people live and die without ever truly merging with their higher self, and they never get to experience the peace and purpose that comes with it. To understand what your higher self really is, imagine a mirror. When you look into that mirror, you see your face, your body, your appearance. But behind that reflection, there is another you, an eternal you, untouched by time or pain. This version of you is not afraid. It is not broken. It is not limited. It is whole, powerful, and infinite. That is your higher self. It has always been there, waiting for you to notice it, to connect, and to live through it. The first step to connecting with your higher self is acceptance. You must accept yourself as you are right now. Too often we think we must be perfect before we can be spiritual. But the truth is that spirituality begins with embracing all that you are, even your flaws, your scars, and your mistakes. Your higher self does not judge you the way you judge yourself. It loves you fully, in your light and in your darkness. Think of how a mother loves her child. Even when the child stumbles or cries, that love does not go away. In the same way, your higher self holds you with unconditional love, waiting for you to see yourself through the same compassionate eyes. Acceptance also means surrendering to the divine plan of your life. Think back on the moments when everything seemed to go wrong, when life felt unfair, when you asked, "Why me?" Later, you may have realized that those very moments pushed you onto a new path, a better path. You lost a job only to discover your true calling. You experienced heartbreak only to discover a deeper kind of love. At the time, it felt unbearable. But looking back, you can see the hand of the universe guiding you. Your higher self already knew why it had to happen. It sees the bigger picture while you only see a small piece. When you trust that perspective, you no longer feel like a victim of life. You begin to see that even the painful moments are stepping stones toward your growth. But the journey to your higher self is not easy. It demands that you face your shadows, those parts of yourself you try to hide or deny. Maybe it is anger, fear, jealousy, or shame. The ego wants to push those feelings away, but your higher self asks you to embrace them, to make peace with them, to understand that they too are part of your wholeness. When you integrate your shadow instead of running from it, you release its power over you. You begin to see yourself as complete, not broken. One of the most difficult parts of this journey is the battle with the ego. The ego is the voice that tells you that you are not enough, that you need more success, more money, more validation to be worthy. It will fight hard to keep control because it knows that if you connect with your higher self, you will no longer need it. The ego thrives on fear, while the higher self thrives on love. Every time you choose love over fear, every time you choose truth over illusion, you weaken the ego and strengthen your soul. When you begin merging with your higher self, the world looks different. The illusions start to fall away. You realize that possessions can never fill the emptiness inside you. You realize that other people's opinions do not define your value. You realize that fitting in was never your purpose. You were born to stand out, to be unique, to live authentically. That means you may be misunderstood, you may be judged, you may even lose people who cannot understand your path. But you also gain something much greater. You gain freedom. You gain the ability to live without masks, to stand in your truth no matter what. As you walk closer to your higher self, you are pushed into your soul mission. Every soul comes to this world with work to do. Maybe it is to heal, to create, to teach, to inspire, or simply to spread kindness in a way only you can. Deep down, you already know what your mission is because it makes your heart burn with passion. When you ignore it, you feel restless and unfulfilled. That is why so many people feel lost, because they're avoiding the very thing their soul came here to do. Your higher self will not let you rest until you answer that call. Your mission may feel overwhelming at times. The ego will scream that it is too big, too scary, too risky. But the higher self knows nothing is too much for you, because you were built for this purpose. Think about the great people of history, those who changed the world. They were not the most comfortable nor the most accepted, but they listened to that higher voice. They pushed forward through pain and fear because they knew their mission mattered more than their comfort. And you're no different. You too were born with something sacred to bring into this world. Your higher self also speaks to you through intuition, that inner knowing that cannot be explained by logic. Have you ever had a gut feeling that turned out to be right? That is your higher self whispering guidance. It knows what lies ahead and often tries to reach you through dreams, signs, synchronicities, and sudden insights. The problem is that most people are too distracted to notice. They drown out that voice with noise, with screens, with constant busyness. But when you slow down, when you listen, you will notice the guidance has always been there. You will see that life is not random, that you're always being led toward where you're meant to go. Pain and struggle will still exist, but you begin to see them differently. The physical self sees suffering, but the higher self sees lessons. Every heartbreak teaches you love. Every failure teaches you resilience. Every loss teaches you gratitude. Without those lessons, you could never grow into who you are destined to be. The higher self knows this, and when you merge with it, you learn to stop running from pain and instead ask, what is this trying to teach me? And then something beautiful happens. Worry begins to disappear. You stop stressing over things that don't matter. The gossip, the small fights, the material struggles, these no longer control you. You start focusing only on what truly matters: love, purpose, truth, and growth. Even in the middle of chaos, you feel peace, because you know everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You understand that nothing happens by accident, and that every moment is part of a divine plan. Living as your higher self does not mean escaping life. It means stepping into life fully, but without fear. You live your mission, you love deeply, you grow constantly, and you let go of the rest. That is freedom. That is truth. That is who you really are. So I ask you now, are you ready to stop living half a life? Are you ready to step into the fullness of who you truly are? The voice inside you has been calling for a long time. It has been guiding you, reminding you, waiting for you. You are not here just to survive. You are here to live with purpose. You are here to shine with the light only you can bring. You are here to merge with your higher self and to fulfill the mission your soul was born for. Every distraction in this world tries to keep you from that truth. But if you quiet the noise, you will hear the call again. And when you answer it, when you embrace it, you will no longer need the approval of anyone else, because you will have the approval of your own soul. You will no longer fear tomorrow, because you will trust that tomorrow is already held in divine hands. You will no longer feel lost, because you will finally be home within yourself. Remember, you were created on purpose, and you were given a purpose. Every joy, every struggle, every step of your life has been leading you here. Do not ignore the call. Step into it. Trust it. Live it. The universe has been waiting for you to remember who you are. And now it is your time.